So if the name of an event is a little song, a little dance, you might expect a little song and a little dance. You're right. That's right.
Several performers will take the stage to support the Dancing Classrooms program here in Omaha.
Roxanne Nielsen is the executive director of the ARTery.
Always great to see you.
It is great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You know, we're talking about a little song and a little dance. But speaking of dance, when I was younger, we didn't really have that many
It's story time, Roxanne. Settle in.
Yeah, sit back. We didn't have that many opportunities to dance, and now it shows when I hit the dance floor. So why do you think it's so important for young people to learn how to dance?
Well, not only is it important to learn how to dance, because then, you know, you can go to your high school prom and you don't look like an idiot, and you can go to weddings.
Who's saying anything about idiot?
Well, you're a little bit more prepared.
She's surmising.
Or you can go to your friends and family's weddings and you're good to go. But with our program, mostly what we're teaching are social skills, like respect and politeness and civility and elegance. And we use ballroom dance to do that.
Yeah,
so
it's just a vehicle.
It's just a vehicle, yeah.
What ages are the kids coming into your program?
We teach 5th grade mostly and some 8th grade.
And parents who have that age at home, they're going to say it's hard to get through to them.
It is.
Much less something like ballroom. So how do you do it?
Well, it's a 20-lesson program. It's over the course of 10 weeks, and the first few lessons are really ugly and messy, and there's a lot of pushback from the students, but by the 4th, 5th lesson, they're kind of figuring it out.
What are they saying when they first get in there? What are they saying?
What's
the pushback
cooties.
Oh, cooties.
I don't want to touch him. His hands are sweaty. Yeah, all of that.
But the respect part of this, and what limited involvement I've had, you asked me to judge an event not too long ago.
Thank you for doing that.
And that was the one thing that I was most impressed with, seeing the students respect one another. That was emphasized greatly.
They completely changed. They completely changed for the better. It's really remarkable.
You're going to raise some money on August 2nd. That's
We
what we're talking about here. Where's this money going to go?
The money is going to go to help support the Dancing Classrooms program in the schools. It does cost for us to bring the program in, and the schools, as you know, are hurting for funds. So all of this money will help support Dancing Classrooms in the schools.
A ton of performers,
a
couple of great hosts at the night. We are big fans of Susan around these parts. So tell us about the night and how things will go.
Well, we just decided that, you know, what would we want to go to and what do we know how to do? So we decided we would love to go to a show and just see fabulous people, and we kind of know how to do that, so that's what we decided to do. So we asked our friends Susan Bear Collins, who just retired from the Omaha Community Playhouse, and Jim Bogus, who's the music director there, to be the hosts, MCs of the show, and then we just gathered some of our famous friends together and asked them if they would perform.
And we have Melanie Walters and Keith Hart here this morning. What are we going to hear from them?
Melanie is going to do a little number called I don't remember. Anyway, it's very cute and fun. We'll let her talk about it.
So cute.
Yeah.
Here are Melanie and Keith right now, and then we'll visit again.
There he goes, as usual, my man, tearing my heart apart. He's made my life a mess. I've got to do this, I guess. Goodbye, Joe. From here I kiss you. Goodbye, Joe. I hope I don't miss you. If you had been on the square and had treated me fair and we'd not had a tiff, if you had not said I should go and jump right off the nearest cliff, if you had stayed off the make-it and never have taken to coming home stiff, if I had not smelled perfume with a nasty, unfamiliar whiff, I'm gonna miss you, baby. Things could have been terrific. Oh, what's the diff? If you had not had the cheek to stay out for a week, saying back in a jiff, if you were not such a two-timing guy, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't and you weren't and you hadn't, if you didn't but you were and you had and you went and you did, and so goodbye. If I had not seen you take Geraldine on the lake in your flat-bottom skiff, if you were not found with Sue with your arms around her bare midriff, if I had not seen you pen sexy letters to Gwen in your own hieroglyph, if you had not left me home when you had 2 seats for South Pacific, I'm gonna miss you, baby. You were too darn prolific. Oh, what's the diff? If you were not such a hound who when gang was around always pick of the sniff, if you were not such a two-timing guy. If you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't and you weren't and you hadn't, if you didn't but you were and you had and you went and you did. And so goodbye. If when I asked where you'd been, you had not clipped my chin with the beautiful biff. If I had not always found purple lipstick on your handkerchief. If you had not told me lies and then looked in my eyes with a smile beautif. If when I caught you with Kate, you had not said, if that's no signif. I'm gonna miss you, baby, and I could get specific. Oh, what's the diff? If the best years of my life weren't spent as your wife with no marriage certif. If you were not such a two-timing guy. If you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't and you weren't and you hadn't, if you didn't, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, but you were and you had and you went and you did, and so goodbye. See you later, Joe.
Melanie,
I feel like we need to give you a standing O. That was awesome.
her
Thank
facial
you,
expression, I can
Melanie,
feel her pain.
I am not crossing you. I know you're auctioning off or raffling some art pieces too.
We
Give
are.
us a quick word about those, Roxanne.
We have really fabulous artists that are part of our organization. We have so many talented people in our organization, so we're raffling off a few art pieces and some other special cool things. So it's just going to be a great
Get
show.
tickets online and learn more about the Artery at arteryomaha.org. Melanie, incredible. Keith, thank you for being
Melanie's
here as well.
face went back to expression.
Oh my
now.
gosh, girl, you are so talented. The Artery is also on Twitter and Facebook if you'd like to learn more about the Dancing Classrooms program here in Omaha. It's so special, Roxanne.
It is, yeah.
You're a great
Thank you
lady.
so
We
much.
appreciate your
Thanks,
time.
Roxanne.
Thanks a
for your time.
million.